Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Marko and today I will be watching my first One Piece movie. And I'm really excited. I know that movie is not canon, you guys told me that, but there is an episode, Strong World Zero, that is actually canon, that I will be watching next Saturday before we continue with episodes 430 and forward. So I know also that there is bunch of One Piece movies before this one, but when it comes to reactions, there are only few and newer movies, right? That you guys told me that you want to see my reactions too. So I'm listening to you guys as always, and I will for sure down the line check out the older movies as well, because I want to, right? Because One Piece is very fun and the adventures are always emotional and fun. So when I have free time, I will check the older movies as well, because I want to experience all of the One Piece content, man. I watched the filler episodes today and it was pretty fun. As one of my patrons, Sissoko, told me, they are pretty fun but not worth reacting to, right? You guys probably wouldn't want to watch those reactions, but I really enjoyed it. Like, it's interesting because the beginning of those filler episodes, we see the man they were talking about in episodes 425, the golden Lion Shiki, who escaped from Impel Down by cutting his own legs, bro. That gave me some Zeph energy, right? Because he lost his leg. And you guys told me that in the manga, Zeph, it actually, what Zeph did hits harder, man. He ate his own leg, bro, so that Sanji can eat all the food. But also Zoro, when Zoro was getting turned into a wax statue, he was about to cut his own legs, man. So, first impression, that guy is a savage, man. And I wonder if this movie is going to be revolved around him. And judging how those fillers started and ended, my bet is that it's definitely going to be about him. So there is this group of pirates, like Amigo pirates, and they're themed like the, I guess, Mexican culture, right? I had really a lot of fun with them. They were all wearing sombreros, and the vice captain was wearing like the wrestling mask. It was pretty fun. So they were trying to get Golden Lion Shiki's creature, a giant beetle. That they were referring to that beetle as the boss. But that beetle befriended a girl on an island called Little East Blue, where we got a bunch of references to East Blue, like Baratie and Sanji was chilling with that cook, and they were looking at Straw Hats as sort of like their idols, especially the Nami's fan group, man. Like, Jesus, they even made her a statue. And Luffy, right, with the windmill, Zoro with the training hole that looks exactly like the hole he used to practice when he was a child, and he remembered, of course, Kuina, and it was nostalgic for everyone. And that island is like the remote island, and there is a bunch of like secret passages. It's like a labyrinth, like a maze, right? And it's hard to catch the people. They know all these routes, but they suddenly got attacked by Amigo pirates, so we had to step in and fight. There was that little girl, of course. She had a special bond with Nami because she hates pirates. She's wearing navy hat, navy coat that belonged to her father, who stayed with them to protect the island, but he died to pirates' hand, like parallel to how Belmer protected Nami and Nojiko, man, and that was really nice. And just like Nami, she changed her opinion about the pirates after witnessing Luffy and the others in action and helping protect the island and boss, the giant beetle. And Luffy promised that he will fight him one day again, just like how he promised with Laboon. So that's another giant animal that Luffy is supposed to fight again. So yeah, guys, standard One Piece fillers, those types that I like, unlike last time with those like weird like festival fillers where even the straw hats like don't know each other. I'm not huge fan of those fillers, but these ones, hell yeah, man. I'm always down to watch these ones. It was pretty fun. And the episode, the last filler episode 429 ends with Golden Lion Shiki again. And why were they trying to retrieve that beetle? Because apparently there is some sort of doctor and some sort of medicine, and they're making these like giant animal creatures. So I wonder if that's going to be relevant to the movie plot. I'm really excited. He's trying to like start the war against the whole world. He's a pretty crazy guy, and the fact that he has swords instead of legs, man. His design is really dope. I can't deny that at all, man. So yeah, these Amigo pirates got defeated by our crew. They were trying to get under, I guess, Shiki's wing to become the part of his like pirate or fleet or whatever. So without further ado, let's start the Strong World movie. I can't wait, guys. Let's go. All right, guys, that was my reaction to One Piece film Strong World. Next set of episodes is going to be 430, 31, 32, and before that I will watch Strong World episode 0. So that should be fun as well. So next upload will be for One Piece episodes. When it comes to movie, the animation was amazing. I really like how Nami was like the main character of this movie, right? And how valuable her navigational and forecast skills are, right? And it brings me back to Arlong Park. And not only that she has those skills, but she can also draw maps, right? Arlong specifically wanted her because of the maps. And it also reminds me of the time on Sky P with Eneru, right? When he asked her to join his crew and she accepted, even though, right, she was playing an act and she didn't really want to accept his invitation, but she played along and because it was for the best at that moment. And now, after Shiki defeated Luffy, Zoro, Sanji, Chopper, and Usopp, she was left alone and she couldn't fight him 1v1, so she had no choice. She recorded that message and left with Shiki, and she tried to handle this by herself by using those explosives on the trees that are spreading poison to destroy the trees so that animals can attack Shiki's place. So she never intended to do something for Shiki. She wanted to fight until the very end. She risked her life. She survived the explosion. She survived through the poisoning of the daft green trees, and she had another line that Luffy didn't get to hear, and that is "Promise you will come to rescue me." That touched my heart. It reminded me of Arlong Park, and when she asked Luffy for Luffy's help, and Luffy placed the straw hat on her head, and then we had that epic entrance. And speaking of epic entrances, my gosh, when they came in those suits, man, and they started shooting from the guns, bro, that was amazing. Those moments in One Piece are also one of my favorite. That was simply great, man. I like it was really fun. The atmosphere, right? And the whole vibe of the flying islands and these like all these different creatures. We saw so many unique creatures, man, and poor animals were aggressive thanks to those drugs made by Shiki's people. So the animals were going wild, and Shiki was planning to destroy East Blue. So he's salty because Roger is from Log Town, from East Blue, right? And he calls them the weakest sea, and now my boy Luffy delivers a finishing blow to him. So satisfying with the lightning Thor X, the from third gear kick, man. Holy fuck, that was amazing. It looked really, really good. Like the movie animation is always, I guess, because of the higher budget, right? It makes sense that it looks so damn clean. Even the way the second gear looked, Zoro's Ashura, Sanji's Diablo Jumble, amazing stuff, man. We also saw those people who were suffering, right? That was another tragic thing that was happening thanks to Shiki's rulership over those islands. Like, people were starting to grow like those wings on their arms, right? And I thought they were mutating because of the daft green, right? And they were malnourished, they didn't have enough food. Shiki was taking men from the village and the young girls. It was terrible, man. He didn't even intend to return them back, right? He wanted to crush them, to kill them all. He is a horrible guy, man. Even though we saw a few goofy moments with him and him mentioning even honor, and perhaps, I don't know, maybe he would even fulfill the promise to Nami not to go after her village, right? You never know, but at the end of the day, he is really scummy guy, man. He is really strong, though. I can't deny that. His devil fruit is crazy. Float fruit. He can make anything float unless it's a living being. And those like attacks with his legs and those like long range slashes, man, he's really no joke. One of the legendary pirates from the Rogers era, man, from 20 years ago. So it makes sense. The guy who escaped impaled down by cutting off his legs. He's really no joke, and it was fun. I really enjoyed this movie. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the reaction. If you did, please consider subscribing, leave a like, comment, all that good stuff as always. Check out my Patreon page if you want to see full and early reactions. I will be seeing you very soon with another video. Until then, take care and have a nice day. See ya, guys.